Hi everybody, this is Catherine here again for Storytime today, and I'm really excited to be here and to get it moving with you guys and sing some songs, read some books, so I hope you're excited too. The first song that we're going to do is a new one for me, Wiggle and Stop. So we're going to do that together. You basically just do what the song says. You're going to wiggle and then you're going to twirl around and we're going to clap and do some things, but each verse is going to have a different movement, okay? So the first one is we wiggle and stop. We wiggle and stop. We wiggle, we wiggle, we wiggle, we wiggle, we wiggle, we wiggle and stop. We twirl and we stop. We twirl and we twirl and we stop. We twirl and 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 we stop. We clap and we clap and we stop. We clap and we clap and we stop. We clap and 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 we stop. We wave and we stop. We wave and we stop. We wave and 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 we stop. Great job. Okay, now we're going to sing If You're Ready for a Story. And then we're going to read our first book for today. All right. If you're ready for a story, clap your hands. If you're ready for a story, clap your hands. If you're ready for a story, if you're ready for a story, if you're ready for a story, clap your hands. If you're ready for a story, stomp your feet. If you're ready for a story, stomp your feet. If you're ready for a story, if you're ready for a story, if you're ready for a story, stomp your feet. If you're ready for a story, wave your arms. If you're ready for a story, wave your arms. If you're ready for a story, if you're ready for a story, if you're ready for a story, wave your arms. If you're ready for a story, sit so still. If you're ready for a story, sit so still. If you're ready for a story, if you're ready for a story, if you're ready for a story, sit so still. Good job. Okay, so we're going to be talking today about imagination and pretending. And I know a lot of you, like me, have been at home pretty much all the time. So if you have been having trouble coming up with fun things to do, we can always use our imaginations and pretend. So this is Imagination Vacation by Jamie Godot. And it talks about how you can have an imagination vacation even if you can't actually go to these places right now. I have a very busy family. Mom works late. Dad's projects pile up. Even Marla is always up to something. That's her little sister, Marla, right there. Sometimes everyone is so busy. I really miss them. We need a break, I say. Let's go on vacation. Mom smiles. I'd love to go to Paris. I want to see penguins, said Marla. A safari for me, says Dad. Then he sighs. Someday we'll all get away, sweetie. Why wait for someday, I wonder? I do a little research. Rummage through the closet and gather some supplies. The next morning we arrive in Paris. Our first stop is a stylish French bakery. Marla thinks it looks a lot like our kitchen, but Mom can tell the difference. What a lovely boulangerie, she winks. Then we view the works of art at the world-famous Louvre Museum. Mom's favorite is the Mona Lisa. Dad and Marla prefer newer masterpieces. Next, it's time for a morning stroll. Where are we headed, Mom asks. I give her a hint. It's the most famous avenue in Paris, maybe even the world. Of course, it's the Champs-Élysées. I can't believe I didn't recognize it sooner. Imagine all this outside our front door, says Dad. And look, is that the Eiffel Tower? Ooh. From the top, we can see the whole city. Mom hugs me tight. Paris is magnifique. Next, we go on safari. I pass out field books and binoculars so we can observe the native wildlife. Before long, Dad discovers a new species. I think it's some kind of monkey, he calls. In the afternoon, we picnic in the tall grass. Mom has to fend off a hungry scavenger. A wild hyena. That's funny. After lunch, we do some bird watching. Dad tells us there are more than 500 kinds of birds in the Serengeti. Are there any penguins? Marla asks. Sorry, hun, I think it's too hot for those, Mom says. But look, a flock of flamingos. Marla giggles. Dad gives me a high five. This safari is wild. In the evening, we trek across the hot savannah. Time to cool down. I hand everyone hats and mittens. But where are we now? Asks Marla. This, I announce, is Antarctica. We step onto the smooth glacial ice. Antarctica is way down at the South Pole, I explain, and it's home to penguins, cries Marla. They're adorable, laughs Mom. Finally, we enjoy the breathtaking view. I love it, says Marla, plopping a warm kiss on my cheek. Why don't we go thaw out, Dad suggests. Yawn. She's tired. Oh, Sam, you're tired out from planning our world tour, says Mom. I think you need a break now. But we still have to go to my favorite place, I say. Where's that? Asks everyone. Home sweet home. My family is very busy, but we always make time for each other, no matter where our adventures take us. The end. That is such a cool book. So that gave me a lot of really good ideas for different things that I can do with my family and pretending and having imaginary vacations. I could pretend that my kitchen is Italy or Greece or South America or Mexico. There's so many things, and you can look online for some ideas maybe of things about different countries and food that you can make. You could go outside in your yard and pretend that that's a jungle and go on safari just like in the book. All different kinds of things that you can do. So next on our song is a new song that I thought would be really fun. It's called Rain on the Grass. So you can use a scarf if your mom has one, or a paper towel, something that would flow around, or even like a sock or a towel. There's all different kinds of things that you can use. All right, so this one goes rain on the grass, and we're gonna shake it on the floor. Rain on the trees, shake it above your head, and then rain on the roof and hold it over your head, but not on me. And you drop it down. And then you're gonna go through some different verses with me. Then we're gonna do the sun and the snow and the leaves, all right? So, rain on the grass, rain on the trees, rain on the roof, but not on me. Good job. Now the sun. Sun on the grass, sun on the trees, sun on the roof, but not on me. Now snow. I know it's not cold enough for snow right now, but just for fun, we're gonna pretend. Snow on the grass, snow on the trees, snow on the roof, but not on me. How about leaves now? Leaves blow around. Leaves on the grass, leaves on the trees, leaves on the roof, but not on me. Good job, everybody. That was really fun. I have another new one that I'd like to tell you because it's spring. I thought it'd be fun to do some spring and leaf and flower related ones. Here is a green leaf, and here is a green leaf, and you see that makes two. This is the bud that makes the flower. Now watch it bloom for you. That's fun, isn't it? Let's do it again. So scrunch it up in your hand and your first thumb. Here is a green leaf, And here is a green leaf, and you see that makes two. This is the bud that makes the flower. Now watch it bloom for you. That's so fun. Okay, next you're gonna need your shakers. So whatever you've been using at home for shakers, or you can just clap along with us if you have your egg with like beads and stuff in it, or maybe you have some sprinkles from your kitchen or something like that that makes a shaky sound. So I'm gonna use sprinkles today, and we're just gonna shake up the container. Okay, first we're gonna sing the ABCs. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Now I know my ABCs. Next time, won't you sing with me? Great job. We're going to use our shaker again for this next one. We're going to do Pop Goes the Berry. So we're going to pretend our shaker, whatever you're using, or you can just use your hands, is a berry. So we're going all around the strawberry fields. We pick some juicy berries, take them home and wash them off. Pop goes the berries. Okay, now we can do blueberries. I really like those. All around the blueberry fields, we pick some juicy berries. We take them home and wash them off. Pop goes the berries. All right, next let's do blackberries. Those are one of my sister's favorites. I really like them too. All around the blackberry fields, we pick some juicy berries. We take them home and wash them off. Pop goes the berries. Let's do one more. How about raspberries? I like those. I usually put them on my fingers and go like, and then I eat them. Okay. All around the raspberry fields, we pick some juicy berries. We take them home and wash them off. Pop goes the berries. Good job. Okay, we've got one more book today, and this one is called On a Magical Do-Nothing Day. Here we were again, me and Mom in the same cabin, the same forest, the same rain, Dad back in the city. Mom sat at her desk, quietly writing, while I destroyed Martians. Actually, I was just pressing the same button over and over. I wish Dad were here. What about a break from your game, Mom said. Is this going to be another day of doing nothing? She was right. There was nothing I wanted to do except destroy Martians. She took the game out of my hands and hid it, as usual. I found it, as usual, and went outside, where it felt like everything in our garden was hiding from the rain. It's been raining a lot lately, hasn't it? So I kind of can relate to this. I held my game tightly. Maybe it would protect me from this boring, wet place. I walked down the hill. At the bottom of our path, I saw some flat rocks in the pond. The rocks were round, like the heads of the Martians. I wanted to jump on them and crush them. Oh no, what did I do? My game fell in the pond. This could not be happening to me. I stuck my hand into the water to grab it. It was so icy cold, I screamed. Cold water makes you feel like chilly, doesn't it? Without my game, I had nothing to do. The rain felt like rocks were hitting me. It was a small tree outside in a hurricane. Just then, there were 4 lights, and 4 huge snails appeared. Is there anything to do around here? I asked them. Yes, indeed, they told me. I reached out and touched their antenna, as soft as jello. It made me smile. Ew, that's kind of gross, isn't it? Touching snails. So I followed them down a path and found dozens of mushrooms. The air was so damp, I knew the smell from when I was small. My grandparents' basement, my cave of treasures. I felt a sense that there was something special close by, that I was surrounded. I bent down and dug my fingers into the mud. There were 1,000 seeds and pellets. Kernels, grains, roots, and berries touched my fingers and hands. An underground world full of treasures that I could feel. I looked up at the sky. Sunbeams fell down through a giant strainer and blinded me. I thought I heard the beat of drums from far away, but that sound was my heart. I felt filled up with energy and began running fast. So fast that I fell down the hill. Oh no! She had a little tumble. And there, at the bottom, everything was turned upside down. The whole world seemed brand new, as if it had been created right in front of me. I climbed a tree and I looked as far as my eyes could see. I breathed in air until my lungs were bursting. I drank the raindrops like an animal would. I noticed bugs I'd never seen before. I talked to a bird. I made my biggest splash. Then I collected smooth stones as clear as glass and watched the world shining through them. Why hadn't I done these things before today? Soaked to my bones, I ran back inside the house, took off my coat, and looked in the mirror. Oh, I thought I saw my dad smiling at me. My mother was still there, still writing, but she looked different, like one of the creatures outside. Oh, you're soaked. I'll dry you. She took a towel and brought me to the kitchen. I felt like giving her a big hug. I wanted to tell her what I had seen, felt, and tasted outside in the world. But I didn't. We just sat in the kitchen, looked at each other, and breathed in the delicious smell of our hot chocolate. That's it. That's all we did on this magical do-nothing day. The end. That was such a cool story. Sometimes I know I can get too caught up playing a game or watching a show, using screens, really. And it's so much better to get outside and use your imagination and see the birds and feel the air and the sunshine. Sometimes even if it's raining, I'll put on like a raincoat or an umbrella and go and like explore outside and see the trees and the flowers and the plants around me. So I hope that you have some ideas about how you can get outside and have some fun. Okay, so now we're going to say goodbye. So now story time's all done, so say goodbye. Goodbye. Story time's all done, so wave goodbye. Goodbye. Story time is done. I hope that you had fun. Now story time's all done, so wave goodbye. Bye, everybody.